So the other day it came out that Trump was considering sending illegal aliens to sanctuary cities. Now, he knows, and most people probably know, that he probably isn't able to do this. A judge would block it, or he just doesn't have the right to begin with. But this info was probably leaked on purpose, and the leftist media ran with it and reacted very predictably, right? Like it's very easy to manipulate these people because they're just going to do the opposite of what Trump says. So if he comes out and says he's going to send all these illegal aliens to sanctuary cities, then they're going to come out and say, oh, actually, they're not good for the economy and they don't bring culture and make your food better, or maybe they do make the food better, but they don't bring jobs and wealth like they're saying, because if they did, they wouldn't be opposed to it. And now you see people like Cher on Twitter losing her mind, freaking out that a bunch of illegal aliens are going to be sent to her city. And I'll read a couple of the tweets because they're pretty funny. She goes, one of the first ones is, will Trump really do what he just said he would? Will he flood my state with thousands of rapists and murderers? His words, as a punishment. What kind of president is he? What kind of man is he? He's the newest dictator, and he wants his troops to put up internment camps. Like, this is hilarious, but this is what your lying rhetoric gets about illegal aliens not bringing violence or anything like that. Now you're starting to freak out, but she's trying to, use his words against him. This was April 12th, but she's recently come out and talked again. She said that, I understand helping struggling immigrants, but my city, Los Angeles, isn't taking care of its own. What about the 50,000 plus citizens who live on the streets? People who live below poverty line and hungry. If my state can't take care of its own, many are vets. How can it take care of more? So, I don't know if she's trying to be funny by trying to use the right wing language, or if she's actually completely serious when she's saying this, but I think she's pretending to not be serious, but she is completely serious, right? She doesn't want a lot of these illegal aliens coming to her city, coming to Los Angeles, where there's already an abundance of them, right? They want them spread out throughout America so then they can go and, vote illegally and boost the Democratic numbers in other red states, or they'll eventually get amnesty or some bullshit like that. But I thought these people were supposed to bring wealth and money, but no, we have all these other people to take care of. So you're admitting that they're a burden on society, which they clearly are a burden. And even if a lot of them aren't homeless, they're still taking your jobs and undercutting the wages. And don't give me that, oh, but they're doing jobs Americans don't want to do, blah, 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 blah. No, they don't want to do jobs for slave labor cost or wages, right? They don't want to do work for $3-4 an hour. Okay, we have moved past that. We don't need to do that stuff anymore. Plus, what you're not considering is that illegal aliens do not pay taxes. Oh yes, they do. They pay sales tax. Shut the fuck up. They don't pay taxes, okay? So even though they're getting paid less than minimum wage or less than what other people are getting paid, and you're thinking, oh, well, you should just work for less, they don't have to pay the same taxes that those people have to pay. So it's definitely skewed in their favor. They're always going to be hired because they don't have to pay the same costs, and they will take less because they're doing it under the table. So every law-abiding citizen gets fucked. Your wages go down, and it gets taken by these people. But I guess Cher has too many nannies and gardeners or something as it is. She doesn't need any more, and I guess she doesn't really like traffic with all these illegal aliens driving cars illegally, with getting in accidents and killing people, right? But she goes on a little bit more. I think this is one of her responses to somebody. Either you can't read or English isn't your primary language. If you read her tweet, she's a really bad speller, by the way. I said nothing about turning in immigrants living in my city to ICE. We don't kidnap babies and put them in cages, which is different than wanting Trump to drop thousands of people who haven't been vetted into my city. So, like, yeah, she's right. Yeah, that would be bad, having a bunch of unvetted people dropped in your city. Yeah, that's what we're talking about all the time. That's what Canadians and stuff are worried about, with all these unvetted refugees crossing into Canada through the American border, right? And the same with all these Hondurans and all these people coming in to America. Yeah, they're not being vetted. Now you finally fucking admit it. Oh, yeah, they actually are a problem. Well, you know what? We should put them directly in your fucking neighborhood, in your community. You know, this is the best way to deal with this type of immigration, refugee stuff, is make it so people like her are the ones that have to take on the burden. But they don't care because they live in their rich neighborhoods, gated communities, away from all of this diversity and all that. So that, you know, they'd rather just these people come in to clean their dishes and mow their lawn and then go back to their ghetto and stuff at the end of the day, right? That's all they really want to use them for. And if things get too bad, people like her can always fly away to another country and diversify that up as well, right? So she can get more fucking cheap labor. But she goes on, one more tweet. There must be a process. People who are looking for asylum and qualify must be given access to judges and properly interviewed. No, don't do that, because that just bogs down the court system, and it makes regular immigration even slower for people who have been waiting 10, 15 years to actually get into the country legally. And I'm actually for reducing that drastically as well. Then they can be sent evenly in capital letters to cities, not just thousands bus to California, New York, etc. for revenge. These are people. We are sanctuary cities because we don't throw people to dogs. Well, yeah, you're a sanctuary city, so you may as well take them all in, right? Hey, this will be good for your census, right? You can count these as more people. But they're like, oh, wait, we don't need these voters in these states. We need to put them in Texas, in the border states, and diversify these and get to all these illegals to have a bunch of kids. And then once those kids are older, then all these states will be blue states. And they don't even have to fucking wait that long, because they'll probably get amnesty or some shit like that. But this is the real reason. They obviously don't want more crime in their neighborhood, which they're people like Cher. This got a lot of likes and retweets too, probably of leftists, that know that these illegals bring crime and all this stuff, but they lie to our faces. They gaslight us all the time, saying, no, you're just a racist bigot. You just hate brown people. This is why you don't want them coming in across your border illegally, right? And there's a tweet from her earlier, this from 2017. Those who can must take a dreamer into their home and protect them. I'm ready to do this, and others in my business will do the same. Sanctuary. So 2017, she said she's going to take some dreamers into her home. So why isn't she offering to take some of these people into her home, right? What's the difference? What's the difference between dreamers and these people, right? Take them all in. Who cares? They don't need DNA tests. We don't need to know if they're actually their kids or not. Who cares? Who cares, man? We don't even need to know if they're actually 15-year-olds or probably like 37. It's got like a full beard. You'll take this little Jimmy into your home, Cher. Hope you have a good fucking time. But, you know, this is great. I don't think that Trump, like I said before, he's not going to be able to do this, but he's baiting a reaction from the left, and they're just so dumb that they keep falling for it. And I'm pretty sure this is getting a bunch of leftists to get angry at Cher too and turn on her, because they're like, wait, that's not true. Legals won't bring crime. What are you saying, right? Like you know, Cher, she's smart enough to know, right, that all the shit she's saying is bullshit. She doesn't believe any of it. But there's a lot of dumb people that do believe it, that do actually believe this shit. Like, no, it's not true. Illegals, they're just hard-working people, man. They're just hard workers. No, they're criminals and they're scum. That's what the fuck illegal aliens are. Each and every fucking one of them. But that's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.